Hello everyone, I am Rashmi Pandey back with my new video, that is some basic concepts. Now these basic concepts are related to macroeconomics. What is macroeconomics? It is that branch of economics which deals with economic variables at the level of economy only. Now first of all we have to know the meaning of the economy. An economy is an organization where people earn their living by performing different types of activities. What these activities are? People perform broadly 5 types of activities, that is consumption, production, distribution, exchange and investment. By performing all these activities, people earn their livelihood. So economy is organization of such activities. Now we will see that at macro level how many sectors of the economy are there. If we divide whole economy at macro level, we get 4 sectors. What are these 4 sectors? Number 1 is household sector. Household sector is that of consumers. Then second sector is industrial sector, who are producers. Then third sector is government sector. Government is important sector of economy, and fourth one is external sector. Now we shall take up all these sectors one by one. So first of all, what is household sector? Household sector is group of individuals regarding whom decisions related to consumption are taken. Means because they are consumers, so decisions which are related to consumption, they are taken considering that particular group of consumers. Now we move towards the second sector, which is industrial sector. Industry means it is compilation of various activities of the people where factors of production are combined to produce goods. So their basic objective is to earn profit. Industrial sector works for earning the profit. Means their idea of operation is basically based on capitalist idea of production. Now the third sector in an economy is government sector, which is very important sector because government has to ensure the framing of laws, their enforcement and delivering the justice to the people. So government becomes very much important. Then fourth sector is external sector, which is also important at macro level because no economy is complete in itself. So whenever a country deals with rest of the world, that is that area where this dealing is done, that is called external sector. So basically this sector deals with relation with foreign countries like foreign trade. This is one concept which was necessary before dealing with the rest of the concepts. So first one is factor payment and transfer payment. Now what is factor payment? As we all are aware that factors of production are used in production of a commodity. So as we can see in the given picture, one person is a worker and the other one, as we see, is a beggar. So worker works but beggar does not work. That is the basic difference between factor payment and transfer payment. Or we can also call it as factor income and transfer income. Factor income is income received for rendering productive services, whereas transfer payment is such income which is received without rendering any productive service. Means in factor payment people work, but in transfer payment people get the income without doing anything. Second important aspect is that only factor income is added in the national income, but transfer payment is not added in the national income because factor income increases the flow of goods and services in the economy. But transfer payment does not increase flow of goods and services. Factor income, as we know, it is income received after working. But that factor income is bilateral, means it is from both the side. When person works, only then he gets the payment. But in transfer payment, people get the income without doing anything. So it is unilateral, it is one-sided. Uni means single. So it is such a payment which is from one side only. People get the income but they do not perform anything. That is important. Now we move towards second concept, that is of the classification of goods or types of goods. In an economy, if we categorize the goods, there are two types of goods. One is final good and other one is intermediates. Now final goods we can classify again into two categories. One is consumer goods and other one is capital goods. Now we shall take up all these one by one. First of all, we will talk about final goods. So final goods are those goods which are ready for their final use and their production process has been completed. Means no more value addition is to be done in the final goods. Final goods people consume. लोगों को जो consumption करना है, finally they are ready for that use only. As we can see in the given picture, whatever things are there, they are ready for their final use. And there is no clear-cut distinction that a particular good is final or intermediate. That is decided by its end use. Now first category of final good is final consumer. What are final consumer goods? Which are used for satisfaction of human wants. They are called final consumer goods. Means consumer will be consuming these goods. That is why they are called final consumer goods. We can classify these final consumer goods into four categories. First one is durable goods, second one is semi-durable goods, third one is non-durable goods, and fourth one is services. Now we shall see what are these various categories. First is consumer durables. As you can see in the picture, we have TV, washing machine, AC. What are these? In our houses we also have these. घर पे भी हैं हमारे और हम इन्हें सालों से यूज करते हैं, इसलिए इनको हम consumer durable goods कहते हैं, because they can be used for longer period of time. Now second category is that of semi-durable goods. Means they are not that much durable. We cannot use them for many years. So goods which can be used for less than 1 year or 1 to 2 years, they are called semi-durable goods. As clothes we use, but they do not live for long. Then third category is non-durable goods, which are single-use goods only. We bring the milk, घर पे दूध लाते हैं, boil किया, use कर लिया, खत्म हो गया, next day morning again we have to buy that. Okay, so that is non-durable. इसी तरह से vegetables हैं, हम सब्जियां लाते हैं, उनको भी हम consume कर लेते हैं. So they are non-durable because they are only single-use goods. Now the fourth category in this one is that of services. Nowadays many services we are using. We are using the internet through which I am connected with you. So all these also a category of consumer goods, because services are also a part of consumer goods. Okay. So second category, now we will talk about the second category of final goods, that is capital goods. Capital goods are very important because they are helpful in production of other commodities like heavy machinery. In industries there are heavy machineries with help of which people that industries do the production. So capital goods are fixed assets used repeatedly in the production process for many years, and second characteristic is that they are expensive. महंगी होती हैं. Nut bolt, that is also durable, but they are not capital goods because they are not expensive. Now we move towards second category of goods, that is intermediate good. What is the meaning of intermediate? Middle, मतलब कि ऐसी चीजें जिनका यूज दूसरी चीजों के प्रोडक्शन में किया जाता है. गुड्स which are used in production of other commodities, they are called intermediate goods. So intermediate goods is second category of goods. Final we have done. Now we are talking about intermediate goods, जिनकी help से final goods का production किया जाता है. That is, as we can see in the picture, there is sugar cane. Sugar cane is used in manufacturing of sugar. So they are used in production of other goods and they are still in the production process. So intermediate goods are middle goods, means value addition is done in the intermediate goods. That is the classification of goods. Now we shall move towards next category, that is economic variables. Okay, so economic variables are again of two types. Flow variables and stock variables. Flow variables are those economic variables which are measured at a given period of time. And stock variables, as we know, stock means accumulation. So a stock variable is measured at a particular point of time. That is the basic difference between flow variables and stock variable. In flow variables, there is time duration, a starting point and an end point. Whereas in stock variables, there is no starting point or end point. We have a specific time period, a specific point of time. Flow variables are measured during a given period of time and stock is measured at a particular point of time. Suppose I have to measure savings in my bank account today. So at 12 o'clock, whatever savings I will be having, that is considered as stock variables. Now the second important point in this one, that in national income, only flow variables are added. National income itself is a flow variable. Okay? And in stock variables, they are not at all added in the national income. Next, in flow variables, we have time duration. Duration means, again, earlier I have told you one is starting point and other one is one end point. Whereas in stock variables, there is no time duration. Stock variables are dynamic, means they are moving because time duration is there. And stock variables, they are static. They are constant. They do not move. That is the important difference between this one. And that I have earlier told you that flow variables have time dimension and stock variables do not have time dimension. Dimension means starting point and end point. Now the relationship of national income with 3 F's. What are these 3 F's? That is, which we have done in this video, that is factor income, then final goods, then third one is flow concept. So national income, whenever we have to consider that what is added in the national income and what is not added in the national income, we have to consider all these 3: factor income, final good and flow variables. If whatever we are considering, they are factor income or final goods or flow variables, only they will be added in the national income. Rest are not added in the national income. So in this way, our video completed, first part of the video completed, and rest we will see in the next